Hello, and welcome to Company Culture with Yvette C. Owens, where we explore the behaviors that create healthy environments for everyone, whether it's your personal um, environment or your team, your company, your organization. We focus on how you leave people feeling and how you are operating in the behaviors that really dictate how people see you and how determines whether they want to continue to do business with you or not. And then, therefore, what changes do you need to make if things are not going the way you expect or desire? Welcome, come on in. Um, this is Yvette C. Owens. I'm the author of Conquering Corporate Enemies, Mind, Personality, Situations. I'm also the author of No Bosses Allowed, Lead to Serve and Transform, and most recently been named an international best-selling author in my contribution to the work of Marianne Pageant that is called Self Empowerment Reset, Our Conversations with the Divine. It's my absolute pleasure to come to you every Thursday morning to talk about our culture, our environments, where what we are living in, how we are operating, how we're doing. And today I wanted to talk about complex made simple. Complex made simple. Because a lot of times we have things that are so complex and in our lives, and we just don't know how to get to the next. We just don't know how to get to the next. And I tell you that I've never been able to move from complex to simple on my own. We need community. We need guidance. We need coaching. And that's what I provide to emerging leaders, established leaders. I provide coaching and I teach them how to move and navigate changes that will allow them to retain their teams, that will allow them retain people in their area, in their sphere of influence, and to be able to build up strong teams through it. A change does not have to wreck your environment. A change does not, we don't have to be afraid of change and being changed in the midst of change. Because as we evolve, we are learn about the greater of ourselves. As we evolve, we learn more about places where we have maybe been missing it or been underperforming. It is a possibility to be underperforming. And so we should welcome the change, welcome development, welcome evolving as leaders so that we can get to the greater and so that we can make things less complex and more simple. And that's what I offer my customer. I take them through my proprietary framework called Victor, where we go from vision to results. That's VICTOR, the Victor framework, where we go absolutely from vision to results. What do you see? How do you see it? Is where you've been tainting and blurring your vision of what you're seeing and not giving you the freedom to really think and identify yourself in that space where you see yourself going, where you see your organization or your teams going? Are there those conversations every time you bring up the idea about where you want to go and people say, yeah, we tried that before, but it didn't work. Oh, we tried this before, but it didn't work. How many of you have been in organizations or even in your sphere of influence and you talk about you personally, where you how you want to evolve and people say, yeah, you tried that, it didn't work, or auntie so and so did that and that didn't work, or my neighbor did that and and he tried that and didn't work for him. But if you don't have the right guidance, if you don't have the right support system, if you're not willing to get the right resources and invest, you could very well be possibly missing out on where you need to go. So you want to know how I know that this is possible? I myself do it. I've gotten to the place where I can only take myself so far, but then I need additional coaching. I need additional resources. And I will always, because I am one of excellence, which means not perfection. Don't get that twisted with excellence. And excellence, I am willing to do my absolute very best in the space that I am in now with the information that I know now, and take that and have really intentional moments where I look at how I was doing in that space. How did I deliver? How did I perform? How did it come out? What were my outcomes? What were my results? What was I thinking? What was my mindset? Where was my goals? Did I reach those goals? Being very intentional, all that, so that I can improve upon it the next time. And that happens so much easier when you have someone working with you. When I am working with you to get you from your now to your next, whether you feel like you're in a place of being stuck, or you're feeling like I'm good, but it's like I might be sitting on the laurels of yesterday. I might be sitting on yesterday's win. And there's another win out there, another victory out there for me or for my team. But how do I navigate there from where I am? How do I switch gears? How do I go without wrecking the ship and causing so much disruption, and so and really and approaching and dismantling some of the resistance? How do I do that? How do I navigate the change? That's where I come in. That's where I help. That's where I help you as whether it's an individual or your entire organization or your team, to evolve to the next. Defining that next, identifying yourselves in the next, then coming up with what is the change that's required, and how can we make that change so successful that people are clamoring after you to finish and get it going. Your customers and the staff around you, the people in your community are waiting for your next to come out, because you have navigated through that space so well, communicated it so well, prepared everyone who's impacted so well that they can't wait for you to deliver it. They're cheering you on. And I think sometimes when we're thinking about making the switch from complex to simple, we're thinking that, oh, it's going to be so painful. Not when I'm coaching you through that process and showing you and your teams how to navigate through that. It doesn't have to be painful at all, because you're ready to lean into the areas that need your attention and need your attention now, so that you can continue along your excellence journey. I invite you to connect with me so that we can take you from your now to your next, from your vision to the results. And when I talk about results, I'm talking about actually implement it, and where you can reinforce it so that you have legacy in what you're building. It's the fast change for a moment, or the fast happenings, or the things that you want to transitions that you want to do just for a spur of the moment, just for a momentary, temporary guidance or temporary fix, or a workaround. We need to minimize workarounds and get to the answer that will have us to continue to build momentum, have you continue to build momentum, have you continue to evolve in your excellence. And that takes bringing someone alongside you, bringing someone in to help you evolve, because your next awaits you. And so that you can then pour into others, so that you can then be all that your clients, all that your customers, all that your team is expecting you to be, because you've evolved. You've gone from your vision to the results. What do you see for you? And is it that you've gone as far as you can go on your own? Is it that you've gone the distance with the self help books, with listening to podcasts, with following different people? But now it's time to invest. Now it's time to invest. Now it's time to say, I'm willing to not only invest my time and my money and my resources, but my energies to evolve to the greater. To evolve to the greater. That's how we make things that are complex more simple. More complex becomes simple when you engage the right people in your space to help you move beyond where you are, because they help you break it down. I help you break down exactly where you are and where your next needs to go, not dictating, but showing you, reflecting back to you, be how where you want to go, you can get there. It's not dictating. You don't want anyone to come into your space and tell you, oh, this is what you should do, or this is how you should do it. You want someone who can help you evolve it, reveal it, and help it manifest right in front of you to the point of becoming reality, moving that vision to reality, moving that vision to the results, unpeeling back everything that has clouded your vision, peeling back everything that makes it look hard. But when you have someone being able to walk side alongside you, as I walk alongside you to figure out what needs to be first, where should you anchor your start? What are all the things that need to be in place for you to be able to begin that journey? And think through what's critical versus what's a next day or day 3 or day 5 or year 2 or year 3 project. Too often we step and we're pushed into, or we're stepping into an environment and we think, oh my God, and you see everything that needs to be done. You see everywhere that needs to be turned over. You see everyone that needs to have a different mindset. You see it all. And it's like, where do I begin? You have all these visions, you have all these ideas, but where do I begin is what you're asking yourself. And I help people strategize and build that coaching relationship so that you go from your now to your next in the most simple format. Not feeling like you've given up and you're going to lose something on the journey, because many times people who I'm working with, my clients, it's like, well, what about this? What about, you'll get to those other things. But what is the primary focus now? How do you really need to, what do you need to focus on now? Where do you anchor your start? And then build that strategy, vision, and so you can get to those results. Understand how you need to change it. Understand the resources and the teams that you need around you. Understand the opportunities that are before you, or go after those opportunities that will help you get to the results that you need. That's the Victor framework. If you are listening to me today or any other day and you're watching and you know now's the time, I know I've expended my ability to do it on my own. No man is an island. Every one of us needs someone to walk alongside to get us from our now to our next. Whether you feel stuck or you're just like, I know I'm too comfortable where I am, and I know there's far greater, and I know I need to be doing something else, but I'm chilled right now. Really? Let's go to the greater. Let's take our teams and organizations to the better. And that's where I'm here to help you. I just wanted to join you this morning briefly to invite you to come along the journey and allow me to come into your space, help you evolve and navigate through that change. Lead confidently through that change so that you retain the talent and you build your team and you retain and build and expand your customer base. Because people want to be around people who are successful, who are meeting their needs, who are absolutely answering the call on their purpose because it's serving their purpose. When you answer the call on your purpose and you step into the area of your greatness, then others will see that in you and want to connect so that they can do the same. I'm Yvette C. Owens. Again, I'm the author of Conquering Corporate Enemies, Mind, Personalities, and Situations, and No Bosses Allowed, Lead to Serve and Transform. I am a speaker, a coach, a workshop facilitator. I am a mentor. I am I am portraying and exemplifying for you how to move from complex to simple. And again, I've never been able to do it alone. It's time to stop walking alone and join the journey. Let's do the journey together. Because together, you can do greatness. Together, it will be simple. Have a fantastic day. Reach out to me. My contact information is going across the screen. And complex doesn't have to remain complex. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. It will take energy. It will take thought process, but it doesn't have to be hard. It can be and should absolutely be invigorating. It should absolutely be energizing and thrilling, a thrilling journey, an exciting journey to go from your now to your next, to lead people from where they are to where they're greater. It is absolutely exhilarating when you have the right partnership. I invite you on this journey with me. Have a fantastic day.